Hello world, welcome to Learning Java, one byte at a time. This is video 29 in a tutorial series geared at bringing the wonderful wide world of Java to those with little or no programming experience. This video is a continuation of the development of the Booker application, a vehicle appraisal app. In the last video, we did a unit test to ensure that the advertisement factory and that the sports advertisement class were properly returning the content for the advertisement that was going to be for a sports model vehicle. In this video, we're going to go ahead and finish off the other advertisement classes for luxury and utility, and we'll even do a quick unit test to ensure those are working. So let's dive right in to Notepad++. This is actually going to be a fairly short video because the changes needed are going to be very small. So you see I have here the sports advertisement class open, and we have here the original content commented out, and we have our test content in here. And as we saw in the last video, it is designed to return an array list of strings that we're calling the file, and then we're going to query that file depending on whether it's a utility, sports, or luxury model to return the advertisement content in the form of text, in the form of a string, to another string object that we're calling the template advertisement. And then we're going to set the advertisement content equal to that string plus some additional information, and that's what's going to be returned whenever the sports advertisement object is called. So now all we're going to do is actually copy and paste everything in the sports advertisement class. So we'll do a select all and copy, and we'll open up a new file, and we're going to save this one as utility advertisement.java. We'll paste in everything from the sports utility, and the only changes needed are going to be changing the name of the class to utility, changing the name of the constructor to utility, and then assuming that what is returned from the database or the data access object is going to be an array list of strings, and that the sports advertisement class was querying for the string in index position 1, we're going to have the utility advertisement class query for the string position in 0, which will return the content for the utility advertisement. So we're going to change this one down here to 0, and then the actual code will also change to 0. But for the purposes of testing, we're going to leave the testing code in to make sure that it works correctly. Everything else in this class should remain the same. And so we'll go ahead and save that and immediately start a new file for the luxury advertisement class. We'll do a save as. This one we'll call luxury advertisement. We're going to copy and paste everything in there, and then make the 4 small changes. Change the class name to luxury, change the constructor to luxury, come down here, the actual code we're going to query position 2, and then the testing code we will likewise change to position 2. And for the luxury, that will return the content for the luxury ad. Alright, so those are all of the changes that we need. So we have successfully finished creating the luxury advertisement class and the utility advertisement class. So we have all 3 of our advertisement classes. And I just want to take a minute to point out now how easily it's going to be to scale this application if we decide to add different vehicle classes to it. It's only going to be a matter of creating additional class files and querying different positions in the array list of strings that's returned from the database access object. And so we could scale this fairly easily and quickly if we wanted to. For the final application, though, we are only going to have sports, utility, and luxury class vehicles. Then the last change we need to make is going to be in the advertisement factory, because for the testing, we had to comment out the return of the utility advertisement and luxury advertisement. So now let's uncomment those, because we actually do want those to be returned. And this is going to ensure that both the factory is working as well as all 3 of the class files. So we'll save those changes there. And if we jump into our testing class, What we're going to do is we'll leave the setting of the appraisal value and setting of the vehicle object to what it originally was. We'll come down here and let's delete the setter right here because we know the setter works. However, let's do a copy and paste on the advertisement and vehicle. Every time we print out the properties and the sales ad content, let's go ahead and change it. So we'll change it to, let's say, 45,000, and we'll just make a couple of small changes here. Not too much, just really the name and then perhaps the, of course, the vehicle class so we can make sure that it's working. So we'll create a new vehicle here for $45,000 named Jolene, a Chevy Malibu, and this is going to be a luxury class vehicle. And then we'll do this one more time. And we can't forget to print out the properties here so we can see that it's working. So let's copy and paste this print line statement. And then down here we'll make a third one to test the utility class. Let's make this one $70,000. This one will be called Orville. And it will be, let's say, we'll leave it as a Ford. We'll change it to an F-150. And then come down here and ensure that we change the class to utility. So now, just like in the last testing that we did, it should print off the properties of now 3 vehicles and let us know the vehicle class, the name, and then the appraisal value. And so if we've got this correct, let's save this. We'll jump into our console. I'm going to jump into the Booker directory and make sure that we're deleting everything because I want to recompile this from scratch. Let me back out here and then we'll do a Java C-D because it's a package dot, and this is going to be every Java file we have in here. Okay, so now we're getting an error. On advertisement factory line 15, it cannot find symbol new luxury advertisement. And so why is it not able to find that? Let's see what's going on here. Probably just a simple mistake. Okay, so this is the error here. I have misspelled advertisement, so I forgot the E there. Let's go ahead and save that. It's always the smallest mistakes. We'll go back to our command prompt and let's attempt to recompile this. So we're going to java c-d.star.java. We're going to compile into a package all of the Java files in our Booker directory. And it looks like it compiled correctly, so let's go ahead and run our test class with a java booker.test command. Okay, still not working correctly. It says this is the sports ad and the name is Jasper and the price is 50 grand, and then it says it again. And I was expecting it to say 3 vehicles and for it to change all 3 times. And so we apparently have some other error. Let's figure out what's going on here. Alright, so in our testing class, okay, I can see already the first thing wrong is the reason we didn't get that third output was because I forgot to copy and paste the print line command for the third item. So let's go ahead and add that. And then, of course, another small mistake. What I didn't do was I forgot to set the advertisement variable equal to the advertisement factory query of getting the advertisement of that vehicle and appraisal. And so again, just another very small mistake here. So let me go ahead and copy and paste that because it's going to be the same for all of these. And then just as a recap, since this is a good opportunity to show where the mistake happened, since we are declaring the value of the appraisal and declaring the value of the vehicle object, we also then of course had to declare the value of the advertisement object that we had created equal to querying the advertisement factory to get an instance of the advertisement with the parameters, or rather the arguments of the vehicle we created and the appraisal value we gave it. And then only after that being returned to the advertisement object can we then output to the console that advertisement object method of getting the advertisement content. And so without all three of those, of course, the content wouldn't be returned correctly. And so then again, resetting the appraisal value, redefining the vehicle, reassigning that vehicle and appraisal value to that advertisement object, and then of course printing it back out to the console again as a new value, and then doing all of that again for the third time is what we should have originally done. And there's nothing wrong with mistakes. Mistakes will happen. That's actually 90% of programming. So let's save that testing class and see if we've got it right this time. So I will jump back into the Booker directory and delete all of our class files again so that we can then recompile from scratch. So let's java c-d.star.java. Everything looks good. Now, hopefully we can run the test class from the package Booker. All right, excellent. So I will zoom in here so it's a little more obvious. We have the sports ad, and the name is Jasper, and the price is $50,000. We have the luxury ad, and the name is Jolene, and the price is $45,000. And then we have the utility ad. The name is Orville, and the price is $70,000. So everything looks to be working right with now all three of our advertisement classes and the advertisement factory selecting the criteria for that class and returning the correct one. And so this has been a pretty good video. In the next video, we're going to go ahead and jump on the DAO, the data access object, and the database class, and understand how those work together by building those. I hope this video has been fun, and I look forward to seeing everyone back again in the next one. Have a beautiful day.